Hi, I'm Annette Helmandollar, and my personal interest project was whether social media should be used in the classroom or whether it shouldn't be. So this is different ways to implement social media in your classroom. A big thing in today's society is email. You email to professors, you email to teachers, you email to get a job, everything. So with students learning how to write an email and how to construct an email professionally is very important in a classroom now. They could also use it to tweet updates in your class. You could blog, and that's a big one for English. You could use YouTube for podcasts, and you can create different social media accounts if you want to do a special interest project just like this one. So the way I did this project was I interviewed people from different education levels to see what their opinion was on social media in the classroom. So the first was my aunt, and she is a teacher in New Jersey, and this is her opinion.
Do you feel that social media is a hindrance or a benefit in the classroom?
My name is Denise, and I'm a fourth grade teacher. I find it both, and it depends on how it's used, especially in teaching, in the sense where if it's used to give information, but then the overuse hinders the education of the child.
Next, I interviewed my grandmother, who is a retired teacher. She used to also teach elementary school. That's what she said.
Oh, there it is. Do you feel that social media is a benefit or a hindrance in the classroom?
I'm a retired teacher. I'm 74 years old, and I taught without social media in the classroom. But I have found working with my grandchildren that they need to learn to use sources on their own so that they can learn better.
Next, this is my cousin, Stephanie. She's a graduate student, and she is a chemist. She makes medicine, and this is her opinion.
Do you feel that social media is a hindrance or a benefit in the classroom?
I'm Stephanie. I'm a current chemist in the field of pharma, and I believe that social media is a hindrance in the classroom because it's more distraction, and I believe that the real learning, at least in sciences, comes from textbooks and reading paper sources to create a good foundation.
And then finally, my roommate, she is a bio major, and she is a current student at Albright College.
Do you believe social media has a positive influence in a classroom?
I'm Lindsay. I'm a current student at Albright College, and I do believe that social media does have a positive influence in the classroom. I know in a lot of my classes we use YouTube demonstrations of certain techniques and methods, and I know when I'm doing homework I like to look up ways to do like scientific problems that I may not have understood in the class.
So this is different pros and cons to using social media in the classroom. Like many of my interviewees stated, it can improve communication, it can improve research made by students, but it can also hinder a student's focus in the classroom, and that's what a lot of the former students said. But when you listen to Lindsay, the current student at Albright College, she uses it in a very positive way. In two articles that I found for a pro, with social media, instructors can foster collaboration and discussion, create meaningful dialogue, exchange ideas, and boost student interaction, both at home and in the classroom. With a lot of social media, learning never stops in the walls of a school. You can go home and listen to a podcast, and a lot of it has to do with the flipped classroom, which is what a lot of elementary, middle school, and high schools are going towards now for education. And social media is a huge asset to a flipped classroom. These are different articles that are related to using social media in the classroom. I found these very interesting and very helpful, and I will definitely be using some of the ideas that they found in my classroom.